it's Eva here, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 speed build. And in today's video we're making the impossible possible, we're making me build in Sulani. I never really ever build there just because it's a very specific build style that is required for that, in my opinion. Like, not everything works there, and the colors are all super bright, and as you guys know, I'm all about realism and realistic builds, so this like really vibrant color is quite hard to deal with, in my opinion, which is why I rarely ever build there. But I've actually decided to build a modern beach house just because I've been loving these like beachy vibes recently. I don't know, for some reason I've really need a holiday, clearly, and I've been watching TV shows where these kind of really cool beachy mansions and houses are coming up, and I'm loving it so much. And this way it's kind of like my way to go on a holiday, I guess. But yeah, we're building a modern beach house. It's not technically like right by the sea, so like you can't really see the water from this lot because I built it on the Journey's End lot in Sulani, so that's a 40 by 30, and I chose that lot because it genuinely is one of my favorite ones because it's more realistic in a way. It's not right by the water / on the water, which a lot of the lots are in Sulani. Like, you basically have to build on the water, which in my opinion is really annoying because I'd rather build like right by the beach rather than like on the water. I'd prefer lots where we have like a bit of beach and water and then a bit at the back, so you can build your house there and then have the beach right in front of you rather than be on the water. I don't know, just my personal preference. But anyway, I found this lot and it is located on the left side of the map, and it's basically right by the beach. So it's like, I don't know, 10 meters or something from the beach, but you can't see it technically on this lot very well. But you have the beach right in front of you, and it's kind of like an islandish vibe, so it looks like you have like your own little peninsula to yourself. And yeah, it's really lush and green, which is also something that I wanted to incorporate, a lot of green and plants and palm trees and all of that, and not just have it like on the beach in the sand. Just, yeah, personal preference. I find it really hard to imagine a house that's set like half on the water and in like the sand and everything. I don't know, might just be me. But yeah, I prefer this lot, and like I mentioned before, I said I really don't like the right colors, so I tried to tone it down as much as possible, which is why I kept this house in very brown wood colors, like light brown wood. And the backside is actually based off of a reference picture that I saw that really fascinated me and made me want to go on holidays so much. I'll pop it for you guys here. It's so beautiful, and I tried to kind of recreate this beachy, but also at the same time kind of secluded, jungly vibe. And to tone it down even more, I used a reshade preset at the end for the tour, just so you can see like the exterior in a much more like nice looking light in a way. I didn't use any reshade for the interior, but yeah, the exterior I'll show you with a really nice kind of toned down, desaturated reshade. In case you don't know what reshade is basically just a filter that you can put on your game, which is super cool. I use that for taking screenshots, for example, and if you're interested in those screenshots, I usually post them on the community tab during the week, and I also post them on my Instagram because I've literally just launched an Instagram. You might be like, well, Eva, you're a bit late to the game, and I know that, but yeah, I get really easily overwhelmed with social media, so I didn't decide to do an Instagram up until this point, but now it's the time, and there you can see all my builds like in a kind of collective space, and you'll see all the lovely screenshots I take with reshade. It makes the screenshots look absolutely stunning. So yeah, head on over there if you want to see those screenshots of my builds, and yeah, just keep up to date with me. But don't worry, I won't go away from the community tab at all. You'll still get all the updates, all the screenshots, everything, all the polls in the community tab almost every day, I'd say. Anyway, about the interior. Basically, we have 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. And you might be wondering why 3 bathrooms when you've only done 2 bedrooms. Well, basically, I was so in the kind of building mode that I completely forgot that I wanted to build another bedroom instead of a bathroom. So yeah, that happened. Accidentally made 3 bathrooms and only 2 bedrooms, but yeah. don't question it. And about the color scheme, I actually decided to go for a very light color scheme on the outside, like I said. So we've got more like light brown wood and whites and beige. And on the inside, I decided to go with a bit more darker colors. So we've got a mix of medium and light wood browns, as well as black and white, and yeah, those like neutral colors. A lot more dark, especially in the living room. I think I stuck to a very dark theme there. The bedrooms, I'd say, are more like a mix of light and dark, but yeah, you see for yourself. You guys know I love building with dark colors, and I can't resist doing it. And everything that's too light, so like too much light brown wood without any like black accents, for example, it just doesn't vibe with me. I don't know what it is. It just feels so bland, in my opinion. I don't know. I always need like some dark bits and bobs everywhere. I still think the interior gives off a very beachy vibe, but at the same time, I like stuck to very minimalistic, timeless interiors that don't necessarily have to be right at the beach, if you get me. So this could be like in the jungle, for example, if you put it in El Salvador, I don't even know what it's called, the jungle adventure world. It works there as well, so it's not like limited to Sulani, which is always important to me because I like doing timeless designs that work in almost every world. In the kitchen, I again used gallery art by Serena Sims. She has these beautiful wooden panels on her gallery and they are absolutely stunning. And also on the exterior, I used some of her panels, but not the wooden ones. They were like stone patterns. So yeah, that shows how much variation there is in her gallery art. I love it so much, and the quality is so good. It's so HD, there's like nothing wrong with it at all, and you can like combine the wooden ones, especially, you can combine them easily without it being like obvious that it's a panel. I don't know if you've noticed it so far, but in this build I was really obsessed with wood, like actual wood blocks. So I used it's like a side table, I think, from Seasons. Love that pack, by the way. It looks like it's an actual tree that's been like chopped down and then it made into this square shape. I love that thing so much. The swatches are absolutely beautiful and it just looks so realistic, and the textures are amazing. I've been really loving that recently. I used it in the living room, for example, and on the outside as a kind of like sofa table, and I lowered it into the ground and sized it up, and I also used it as a side table in the one of the bedrooms. So yeah, it does function as a side table. I really love that thing so much. It works so well in this build. I'm just absolutely obsessed with that thing, and considering Seasons is quite like an early expansion, I am really surprised with how good the swatches and textures are in that pack, because I also love that sink, the bathroom sink that comes in that pack. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and I'm so impressed because compared to some other older packs, the textures are really good. So you might think I'm crazy, but textures to me are a big deal in this game. It's just because everything else that's like, I don't know, the textures look like they've been made in 2004 with Play-Doh. I can't use that because it shows in the images and in my tour and everything. It just shows that it's not the same level. It kind of like drops that realistic flair because of that that I'm going for. So making something look realistic in The Sims 4 is very tricky. Everything is super big and like super colorful and super unrealistic, and then objects especially from the base game, I barely ever use just because the textures are so bad, like unusable in my opinion. If you think I'm crazy, then so be it, but I'm just an aesthetic obsessive person. And this time I actually used my beloved dine out sign. You know, the one that I always use in all my builds. You know, the one that I often use as a table and everything. I love that sign. It's actually probably one of my favorite items in the game. Anyway, I use that to cover up the sides of a bed from Snowy Escape, and that kind of gives it this look like it's a more like a boxy bed. And the good thing is it actually works. So yeah, that's good news, and that is something that I'll probably incorporate a lot more in the future. Anyway, I'm afraid the speed build is coming to an end soon and the tour is coming up, so I have to stop my waffling. And also my leg just fell asleep, so I'm struggling to sit on this chair. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please give it a big thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We recently hit 6,000 subscribers, so yeah, a big thank you to all of you guys from the bottom of my heart. It makes me so unbelievably happy to have you all here. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the tour and I'll see you next Wednesday with another Sims 4 speed build. Bye!